I was looking for a super small foldable stroller that I could put in my trunk, so I picked up this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. You probably have a little one, and when you are out and about, it certainly helps to have a stroller. But a lot of strollers don't fold up. A lot of strollers that do fold up are still really big. A lot of us don't have unlimited space in our car, like this guy. And so I wanted a stroller that would fold, compact. It doesn't have to be the smallest thing ever, but it should fit behind the seat of my Buick Encore or in the trunk of my sedan. And that is the key here. So I'm going to try this stroller out, which does kind of accordion fold a little bit. Looks like it's going to be still pretty long, but hopefully it will be able to go in my car so that I can push my little guy around instead of carrying the little guy around, because I am just not strong enough to do that. So let's get this thing unboxed and try it out. Okay, now I won't say that this thing is a DIY, assemble yourself, but looks like all the wheels have come not installed. So I think that is to fit inside the box, but looks like they will just pop on here onto the little post. And it looks like there is this little trigger here to kind of lock and unlock them. There looks like there's a little detent way at the bottom there so that you can put them on and take them off, if you need to. But once I get them on, I think they will just stay on, and they're that simple to install. So I'm going to put all of those on. I also want to show you that it looks like there's a bag up by the handles, and we also get a little hood here that is separately installed. So let's get it together. The other thing I want to mention here is that there are front wheels and back wheels. These front wheels have a little detent right there that pops out, kind of like a camping tent pole. And so you just slide it over and then push down the wheel, and that little detent will pop out and snap in place and hold those front wheels in just like that. All right, I think most of this is together. Let's flip it over and try it out. All right, so here it is. And I think what you want to do here is kind of spread it like this. Kind of fold out the legs out in front. Okay, that seems to work. And then back here, what you have is this spreader bar, and that needs to be pushed down. So I think I can just step on it, and then it'll snap into place. This little switch right here keeps this from collapsing back. You can see even if it lifts up, it won't open up. So you just pull that up, and now you can lift that up, and I think that will collapse back down. But it looks like it's easy enough to just step on. And now what we have here is the little stroller set up, and that's pretty much it. We've got 2 shoulder straps. We have 3 holes going up here for adjustments. All right, I want to give you an in-depth tour here, but before I do that, I want to show you this hood. First of all, the hood opens like this, just kind of like a regular hood on a stroller here, but we have some plastic clips here, and so it will just snap onto the sides here, and I think generally it will just go on like this. You got to kind of muscle those on. And then the back here has Velcro, and there is Velcro at the back of the top of the cushion here. So you would just Velcro it like that. So the hood now would provide shade. It's a little strangely shaped, and I think maybe because it was in the box, but it will provide some shade. If it's sprinkling and raining out, it'll cover the head a little bit. But generally, I think if you have to take this off and put this on a lot, you will probably just want to leave this in the trunk. It's probably not something that makes a lot of sense to carry with you everywhere. All right, let's take a close look at the stroller. All right, what I want to show you is that it looks like it's going to work for anywhere from a toddler to like 1 to 3, maybe even 4 years old, depending on how big your kid is. Obviously, we have the wheels here. These are kind of a hardish rubber. They almost feel like a foam. They're very light. You can see that they move around, but obviously we have 8 little wheels here. This little foot pad here is some sort of like rubberized kind of soft material. Obviously folds when it gets folded up here. We have a cushion right here, and it actually is a little surprising. It kind of works like a hammock, I think. I was expecting there to be a strap under there and a hot spot and feel uncomfortable. It feels like there's a pretty good support right here, but the butt will probably be behind there, so that should be actually pretty comfortable. You can see that we have a little bit of like a hammock-like situation here. It's not super wide, but it's not going to cramp anyone's shoulders at this age. You can see we have 3 holes holes here for different heights, so you can run these straps up through the different heights there. I think I'll have to lift that up. I would say that these hip straps here are probably not the widest. I actually opened them up to the maximum size here, and I think that's about what my toddler is going to need. And then we obviously have a buckle that opens up like this. Now, what I do like is actually the shoulder straps and the hip straps are bound together so that you're only clipping in one on each side. That's just going to make it a little easier. There isn't a lot of padding here on the crotch pad. Sometimes these are really padded so that you don't get a hot spot, but probably your baby is wearing diapers as well. Now, the one thing I want to show you here is on the back. You can adjust the incline with this little clip here. So there is a strap that goes around here, and the more you tighten it, the more vertical it gets, or the looser you have it, the more it reclines back, obviously almost to these bars here. So I think in most cases, you're going to want that pretty tight. Most of the babies seem to want to sit up. Now, the other thing is these little foam coverings on these handles are just about right. We do have two little cup holders here, which is actually really nice. And then on the back, we have a pocket here, so you can put in your cell phone, some Cheerios, or some snacks or toys. So there's actually a lot of features here, including a little carryall down on the bottom here with netting on the side, so you can put water bottles, a blanket, a jacket, a small folding umbrella, something like that in there too. So let's go ahead and see if this will fit in the trunk of my compact car. All right, so here is the trunk to my A3. This is one of the smallest cars and one of the smallest trunks that you will probably see. Again, I just pull this out and that lifts up. And now what I'm going to do is, actually, if I just push these together, you can see it kind of starts folding on its own. If I lift that up, you can see it stands, I don't know, probably about 4 feet tall here. But we'll fit my trunk, no problem. Just like all the bodies I put in there too. So this is not necessarily the smallest. It doesn't fold up, again, like in half or anything like some of those really, really small and very expensive strollers. But for $60, I think this stroller is actually quite easy to set up and remarkably small and easy to take with you. So if you want to pick this up for your little one and your adventures, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than ever thanks to Peter. Peter Von Panda. Peter Von Panda.